You are going to need the following items and materials to work on the laser engraver. First, you need the drill. Then you will need a paint roller with a cabinet roll for smooth paint, a can of polyurethane, paint brushes for the poly, paint for the desktop, a saw to cut with, 2 boards for the desk, a laser engraver. And finally, you will need a desk base. For this, you can make one or you can buy one. I will be using a rising base. You're going to need to paint at least a thick layer or 2 on the board. This will take some time for drying in between each coat. The layers will eventually be burned off by the laser, leaving the artwork. For this computer desk, I utilized an AI generator for the image. Take the next minute or so to observe the laser cutting the image into the board. This process took around 4 to 6 hours to complete the entire board, passing the board through in about 10-inch sections. Due to the xtool conveyor's roughly half-inch capacity for feeding boards, we had to take a different route for engraving. This was the manual route, unfortunately. However, jumping between the computer and the engraver, the board actually came out looking pretty good. Stick around to see the final product. This is the AI image that I ended up using. In order to get this to work on a 6-foot board, I had to cut the image into 6 even sections that measured to match the size of the board. This image then had to be cropped, which took a large amount of time because if they are off by a little bit, you will see flaws in the engraving. Each time a 10-inch section was complete, I would have to pass the board, though, manually in the engraver, realigning everything each time. This is very important to get correct. One way that I was able to keep the board and the laser lined up was to measure from 2 of the same spots each time at exactly 2 inches and then placing the board at that location. I then used the images on the computer screen and the laser head marker to do the rest of the lining up needed. Utilize some sort of polyurethane to coat the wood. You will have to do this 2 to 3 times, allowing the urethane to dry in between each coat. You will want to make sure you do nice, even thick coats. If you want a finer finish, you can sand down coats in between and reapply each time. I did not do this. First, we need to start by disassembling the old table. Once the screws have been removed, you can begin to remove the boards. Bring in the new boards and begin the installation process. During this process, you will need to measure to make sure that you are centering new boards. Once you have the boards in place, begin screwing the boards in. Once all boards are secured, you can put all your equipment back and enjoy the fruits of your labor. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and then subscribe.